Okay, so to finish off the lecture, let's just have a quick comparison of dictionaries and lists, because we've met both data structures now. So dictionaries are not indexed. So for a list, we can get item 0 or we can get item 1. They're in order, and we can get the items in order. So if we do the same thing with a pizza dictionary would refer to an item with key 0, and there may be no such item with key 0. If you need to get a dictionary item by index, so for example, like we saw, to get a random value. So if you want to get the 5th item in the dictionary, then you have to convert it to a list. And that, strictly speaking, you're converting the keys to a list. So this line here, pizza list, takes the keys from the dictionary, so the types of pizza, and converts them to a list. It's not very efficient to do that, but it does the job. However, if you want to loop through all the keys and values in a dictionary, you can use dictionary.items. Okay, so and they come as a tuple, as it happens. So if you look at this loop for key, comma, value, the tuple, key, and value in dictionary.items, we can loop through all the items in the dictionary, and we'll get the key and the value, and we can then print them out or something. Okay, so dictionaries and lists, dictionaries and tuples are related because, as you can see there, you can get all the items as tuples, but dictionaries are not quite the same as lists. So we can't get items by index. If you want to do that, you've got to find different ways around it. Okay, so what have we looked at today? We've looked at tuples. We've looked at why you might use them and how you use them. We've seen that they're really useful when they're returned from functions, because that's a way of getting more than one piece of information back from a function. And we've also seen this special function called Enumerate, which allows us to take a list and get not only the items in the list, but the index of where they are in the list. And we've also seen that you can create tuples with multiple values. We've seen 3, but in fact you could have 5 or 10 or whatever you want, whatever seems appropriate for your application. But typically, they're used in pairs or triples. That's the normal usage. Then we looked at dictionaries, and we saw how you create dictionaries. Dictionaries associate keys and values, so you can look up one thing from another, and we saw how to use them, and we saw some examples. Okay, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next week for our first look at classes. This is an object-oriented course, and we're going to look at objects and classes next, and classes is the next lecture.